Hello everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene, and today of course is the 23rd of July, and of course it was cooler today than it was yesterday. When we did the brief video studio tour, it wasn't bad all day, pretty much. It had a high of about 23 degrees, and then it stayed pretty stable since. Now of course the sun's going down, and so we are of course up and about and trying to get things done. I'm going to make it quick for two reasons. Number one, I got my water boiling for my pasta in the kitchen, and the other reason is these videos take a long time to upload from T-Mobile on the iPhone 3GS, and that's actually is the topic, among other things. So let's start with the main news. The carpenters did not start on the wooden part of the porch yet. The concrete guy finished his share of the work, but the carpenters didn't come in yet. They nailed up a couple of weeks ago one piece to start for the wooden part of the porch, and that was all they did. They didn't do anything since. And so we basically are asking ourselves is, how much longer is this going to take? Unfortunately, I can't give you an answer. I don't know. Jimmy hasn't said anything, either good or bad or neutral, about the porch, and we don't understand everything what's going on in his life, because lately he's been crabbier than a Russian bear, and nobody understands who knows him as tenants what's going on, although we have heard allegations and rumors that he's been having a hard time, just as we have, with his life and issues in his life. So that's all I can tell you, is that Jimmy is facing some tough times ahead. Now, because I have been eating out almost every night, because really haven't been cooking in the kitchen downstairs, especially because the kitchen downstairs is always, as a colossal mess. I usually cook up here, but during the painting this apartment, I couldn't even do that without basically getting in the way of the painters, and so I just ate out most every night, which was okay, except of course it really depletes your finances really quick to eat out every night. So that wasn't really a good choice in the long run. So I wouldn't have been the same problem if I was in a hotel, so I guess not good one. It would have been the same deal. Now I'm going to still say that more than likely we'll be back in our apartment, say, in August. When in August, I can't give you a definitive date. The eye report, might as well do that real quick, is showing some improvement. Yes, I got the film reels back on the wall again so I can see my big giant Goldberg eye chart, if you will. And I do see still a little bit of double vision, but it's much less significant than it was. Of course, the left eye is clear. The right eye is starting to get back some of its detail, but the cataract itself is still pretty thick, and it's is slowly improving, but it's not going to be improved by August. I definitely don't think so. So we're going to have to adjust the time. We're going to have to adjust our estimate. Yeah. We'll leave it up to Mother God to figure it out, because I know you've been doing better. Thanks. And of course, to all the fans and all over the world, and you know who you are, I want to thank you very much for being a part of my family of people. There's almost 120 of you now, which is quite an improvement from when we first started out, when we had only a very small fan base for a long time. And of course, we got a lot of videos that we need to know We want to fill in the video schedule. We want to put things together. And so what we'd like you to do is, could you please tell us the kind of topics you would like to see? Because it would help a lot. If we knew what you wanted, we could focus on those topics. And out of about 116 of you, I'm sure there must be people who like what they see. But then there are probably people in that group that are probably saying this, I wish you'd cover this, I wish you'd cover that. You know, okay. Well, if you let me know what you want me to cover, I'll see what I can do. As long as it's in good taste, I will put it under consideration. Get some debris on my floor again. Oh, it's from the self-sticky, I think. No, it's not. Oh, okay. Whatever. Anyway. And, yeah, my whole life is kind of up for grabs. I gotta put everything back together. Candle holders are all over the place. Oops. Yeah. Just trying to... I just noticed that my apartment is a little bit messed up. We're missing the green candle holder. It's downstairs at the house, I think. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Alright, now the next topic. Upgrading the phone. What kind of phone should I upgrade to and why? I mentioned briefly this on the vlog. I'm going to just go into a little more detail on it now because it's a great question and it does make me think. Okay, now, one thing I like about the iPhone series is it makes it very easy for me to synchronize the phone with my Mac. So everything is the same for my phone, on the counters, address books, everything. Even the websites are synchronized with Safari. I don't have to worry about that, okay? What I don't know what I'm going to do is the latest iPhone that I can get in use with my current Mac is an iPhone 4S. Now, the iPhone 4S has a couple of nice features that the iPhone 3GS lacks. Number one, a better camera, better stabilization. 2, faster processor. 3, more TPA in it, so you have about 512 megabytes versus 64 megabytes for TPA. Dual core processor, which means it runs faster. Siri. Near field communications, NFC. I don't know much what that is, but I'm sure I'll find out. Wi-Fi can be tethered, but you can set up T-Mobile hotspot to tether over Wi-Fi, so instead of using a cable. Okay, that's a great feature. It is an improvement over the iPhone 3GS. Front and rear facing camera, 8 megapixel rear camera with stabilization. That's a pretty good feature. Yeah, it is. It'll be a great thing for when last time you did a video tour of the apartment, because that screen was jumpy. I mean, your PAL studio camera kicked ass. Thank you. It only had a longer cable on it. I didn't think about putting a longer cable on it because I usually don't need one. Right. Well, okay. On the other hand, we have always found an interest in the BlackBerry. Now, the BlackBerry Classic looks really, really awesome. Okay. It uses a BlackBerry 10 operating system. I think it's 10.3 point something. It's got a nice camera. It's got the trackpad. It's got the keyboard. It's got a 720 by 720 screen. It's a square screen, so if you're used to working with square foot pictures and photos, this might be exciting to you, especially if you come from say medium format film, say of 120 and 220 size film, that uses a square frame 2x2, you definitely should be able to handle the BlackBerry screen. The only thing is, the two showstoppers for me is, the Classic is way out of my range. There's no way I can afford to buy it. Okay, it's just a little too expensive. I can buy the BlackBerry Bold refurbished for prices that are a little less painful. It still has a lot of the same features, but it uses BlackBerry 7, and it's not quite as much memory in it. It's still got a nicer camera than my iPhone 3GS. I don't know if it does LTE. I think it just does 3G, 4G, but I'm not sure. Okay, but again, what I would run into is the same problem of interfacing it to my Mac and syncing it as I used to run into my Nokia 6340i, whereas my address book was never synchronized with my Mac, and that used to drive me crazy because sometimes I'd have to look up for a phone number, and of course I have to always grab my Nokia 6340i or my Motorola Razr to get the phone numbers I need to call because they were in the phone and not on the computer. That's been a major improvement for me since I got the iPhone 3GS, as everything's synchronized. Same issues with Android phones. I looked for some of the software that will allow an Android phone to synchronize with a Mac. I found a few for PowerPC. One you got to compile yourself, which is no big deal. I'm pretty good at compiling software. But, you know, compiling software is not really a big deal. It just takes me longer. Right now we are trying to experiment. We are trying to experiment right now, in case you wondered what we're doing in the background. Is we are trying to back up some of the earlier videos that we did so that we can have them on file in this historical document. And you gotta tie this lace here. Okay. Now, the only thing is every time I get into this phone upgrade path, I always kind of get hamstrung between the iOS devices, the Android devices, and now the BlackBerry devices. The BlackBerry, I have kicked the tires on the thought of getting one of those for a few years now. I never did get one. I saw a couple nice ones that had a keyboard. There are some Android phones that do, but unfortunately, to my dismay, they're not running the newest Android. They're running older one. I think they're running Froyo, and they might be running Froyo. What is the other one? Ice cream sandwich. Ice cream sandwich. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that might be. The point is that by the time you set up for all these different versions of Android, I found out that, for example, the fabulous phablet. Excuse me, I'm just trying to fix this here. You're not going to be able to fix that until you get maybe you can. There you go. Okay, that's better. Ice cream sandwich, and a few other Android versions. The fabulous phablet had 4.4. I don't know what version that is. 4.4, we're going to think it was. Was it? Well, certainly a lot newer than you think. Yeah. Unfortunately, it may have been newer, but the thing was I was still basically hamstrung because I still couldn't do everything that I wanted to do with it. Okay. I couldn't even watch Netflix on it because the Netflix was not available for that version. It was only available for the very... Oh, no, Netflix I could get. It was Hulu Plus I couldn't get. Right. So, I had to watch Hulu Plus on my desktop, which irritates me because my desktop on my Mac can watch Hulu Plus, but it can't watch Netflix. My iPhone 3GS can watch Hulu and Netflix, but my fabulous phablet could only watch Hulu. only could watch Netflix. Okay? And then, of course, someone stole my fabulous phablet. So basically, I had no fabulous phablet, which really, when you think about it, really wasn't so fabulous. Wish the guy luck who took it, because once your batteries run out, unless you find a way to charge them, you're screwed. Because you could not use a USB charger to charge it, because the USB charging port was broken. So what do you think? Me? Yeah. I think you should, because of the reasons you just mentioned, should stick with the iOS for the Apple 4S. I don't think you should go with Android or with a BlackBerry, because it's going to be very difficult to migrate your applications and software. Okay, what happens if I buy the refurbished 4S and it's got iOS 7 instead of 6? Well, if it has iOS 7 instead of version 6, then we know we'll not synchronize with your version of iTunes, right? That doesn't mean you can't sync at all. In fact, there is a third-party program that could sync, I guess using wireless to synchronize your phones and things like that with the Power Mac G5. I don't know much about it, but I'm saying it's because of the fact is that you have everything integrated. Even here in videos would be seriously jeopardized, because I remember that when you had Samsung Vibrant, even though you didn't use it too much to upload videos on YouTube, you found that there were certain things about the video format that made it very difficult to integrate into your iPhoto collection. It worked with iPhoto though. It did, yeah. But that was the only thing that was good about it. It couldn't play any videos though. No. So I'm trying to say is that maybe what you need is to consider, as I said, sticking with the Apple line of products. And as far as you said about that the iPhone 4S is only a slight bit faster on HSPA Plus versus on the 3GS, which is like only 11 kilobits per second up. It's fast enough going down now. Yeah, it's fast enough going down. It's uploading as the speed is the problem. Yeah, but if you go with a full LTE phone, there are speeds that you could almost replace the DSL from Frontier. Yeah, definitely. What was it? 72 megabits per second down by 27 megabits per second up. I mean, with that kind of speed, you'd be able to do interactive live streaming. I'd have to leave the phone plugged into the phone jack all the time. Not necessarily if you go with wireless, one of those wireless hotspots. I did find a few that look pretty interesting. So that's another option. Keep your current phone you got now and just buy one of the T-Mobile hotspots and get a T-Mobile hotspot plan. And then if you wanted to, you could go ahead and cancel the home phone, cancel the home internet, and you could still be able to do videos that way. Except that I don't know how many gigabytes of data we use a week. We easily use more than 11 gigabytes. Fortunately, it just throttles. It doesn't cut you out outright. Yeah, to 128 kilobits per second. That's still faster than what you got now. Going up anyway. Sure. Yeah. Alright guys, listen, me and Michelle have got to get ready to cook our pasta. The water is boiling, we already know that. And of course this is getting a little long. And Michelle, would you agree it's time to get ready to wrap this up for now? Yeah. And by the way, when are you going to work on your video? Well, now that we got the studio pretty much set up, I think we can start working on some videos real soon for me and you and all that. And again, Michelle and I would both like you to let us know what kind of videos you like, and we will see what we can do for topics. And like Michelle said, as long as they're in good taste, we'll do them. Right. Okay, but for now, we're going to let you go. So, you want me to say it? Go ahead. Fine. Please do not forget to like nor dislike. Share with everybody. Friends, family, friends of friends, whatever. Comment in the comment section below if you have a video topic. Let's hear about them. And don't forget to subscribe. That lets me and Michelle know that you like our work. And don't forget to check out my channel too. Normally me and Michelle sometimes put up the snipe. Since we don't have rolling credits, Michelle, we're going to put up the snipe. Yeah, we'll put the snipe in. We'll put the snipe in so that you can find out how to get to all the different channels that we do and all the different medium networks so you can keep up with us. Okay? Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, guys. Hey, did you know there's a lot more going on right now at our websites? Are you watching all 4 of them? If not, check them out. There's a list right here. We got 3 YouTube channels and 1 audio-only channel for your enjoyment. So come on, dig in and see all the stuff we do here at the North American Snow Queen Palace.